Hello students, today we will discuss about concept of ecological pyramids. It's the topic of M.Sc first semester and B.Sc second semester curriculum. We already know what is ecosystem. Just for briefing, ecosystem means that it is an interactions between different communities in an environment with the physical, you can say physical components where the recycling of and cycling of material is there and energy flow is there, then we can say that is ecosystem. That means ecosystem means the flow where the flow of energy and recycling of material is there between the living and non-living things, then we can say that is a system which is taking place in the environment. Then we can say that is an ecosystem. We already know all about the ecosystem. In natural condition, we are getting two types of ecosystem. One is terrestrial and another one is aquatic ecosystem. Okay. Here different photographs are getting. Now terrestrial ecosystem, that is, we know that terrestrial means the land-based ecosystem. Okay. The first one is forest ecosystem, then grassland ecosystem, then desert ecosystem, then tundra ecosystem. Tundra means the polar regions ecosystem. We are getting different ecosystem, different components over there. Next one is aquatic ecosystem. That means in natural condition we are getting two. One is terrestrial and another one is aquatic ecosystem. Uh, Next one, aquatic ecosystem, we are getting some are freshwater and some are marine water ecosystem. The freshwater ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, what happens? Some are fast moving ecosystem, then we can say they are lactic ecosystem. And in case of stagnant water body, where we are getting stagnant water body, that is called the lactic ecosystem. We already know all about this lactic and lactic ecosystem. Lactic ecosystem. Next one is the marine ecosystem. Marine water body, the ecosystem which are present within the marine water, then we can say they are marine ecosystem. Okay, we already discussed about the food chains. Food chains, we are getting two food chains. One is grazing food chains and detritus food chain, where the we can say initial point is the green plants, then we can say they are grazing food chain, and where the initial point is the decaying organic matters, they are the detritus food chains. Okay. Now, structure of when we are talking about the structure of ecosystem, we have to discuss about the different structure of ecological pyramids and abiotic and biotic components. First, biotic and abiotic components. We know the living things are biotic and non-living things are abiotic components. Okay. Next, the main today's part is the ecological pyramids. That is the main structure of the ecosystem where we are getting the different trophic structure, different you can say food structures. Okay, now why it is called pyramid? Because that the system, the ecological system where the we are getting the different trophic structure, if we are graphically represented, then we can get a pyramid like or triangle shape structure, because it the structure is related to the triangular shape or pyramid shape. So it is taking place within the natural environment, so we are call it as an ecological pyramids. Okay, now what is ecological pyramids? Graphical representation of feeding relation. That means how food transfer from one organism to the another organism. That is the feeding relation between different organisms in an ecosystem. We are getting different you can say strata, different layer, different trophic level in the ecological pyramids. The base level where we are getting abundant number of organism, then generally we are getting abundant number of organism where who trap the solar energy or natural energy to produce food, that are called the producer. The base level is always occupying by producers, or you can say who transfer the you can say natural energy. So they are the producer. Here grasses are the producers. Okay. Next one is the second one is a primary consumer. The primary consumer who eats the grasses, okay, or green plants, okay, or you can say who eats the producer. Next one is a secondary consumer. Here we are getting secondary consumer, we are taking frog as a secondary consumer. Then next one is snake. They are tertiary consumers, and last one is our top consumers. They are called quaternary consumers. They are you can say they are less abundant in comparison to the, you can say, producer. Okay. Now what is ecological pyramid? The graphical representation of feeding relation between different organisms in an ecosystem. Okay. We are getting different you can say ecological pyramids. So here we are discussing about the types of ecological pyramids. We are getting mainly three types of ecological pyramids. That one, the number one is pyramids of energy, number two, pyramids of numbers, number three, pyramids of biomass. Okay. Now, what is pyramids of energy and what is pyramid of numbers? What is pyramids of biomass? Okay, if we are graphically represent the energy transfer, then we are getting one pyramid. That is the pyramid of energy. Here we have seen the structure or pyramid is upright in position. Okay, why it is upright in position? Because the solar energy trapping by the primary producers. Okay, then primary producer, the level of trapping energy, then if the trapping energy we are considering as 100% trapping. Okay, then next time whatever the primary consumers utilize only 10% of energy from the primary producer. Okay, the energy you can say is decreasing. Okay. Next one, in case of secondary consumers, 1% energy is taking, and in the third level, tertiary consumers 0.1%, and the last one, or topmost layer, strata, taking 0.01% energy. That means that always the pyramids of energy is decreasing and decreasing up to the top level of the, you can say, consumer level. That means only 10% energy of transferring from one trophic level to another trophic level. Okay, so this blue triangle, we are presenting the pyramids of energy. The pyramids of energy is always upright. Here we can get one question, which pyramid is always upright? We can say that pyramids of energy is always upright. Okay, how many energy is transferred from one trophic to another trophic level? We can say only 10% energy is transferring from one trophic level to another trophic level. Now coming to the next pyramids. Okay, yet how transfer of energy is there, I am showing you. Next one is pyramids of number. That means if we plotting the numbers of organism in different ecosystem, we are getting different pyramids. Okay, though we are considering it, they are triangle and upright position, but in some cases what happen, that pyramids may be inverted also. Okay, so now we are taking the pyramids in case of grassland ecosystem. This is the pyramids of grassland in case of grassland ecosystem. Here what happened? The grasses are more and more in numbers. That means producers are more and more in numbers. So they are considering that T1 means trophic level 1. Next one is the consumers. This means grass eater organism like rabbit, different herbivores. We are considering their number is decreasing in comparison to the producer. Then third one is that is T3, that means trophic level 3. We are getting less number of organism in comparison to T2. And the topmost layer, that is hawk or eagle, or you can say higher grade of organism, if we are taking, then what happen? They are less abundant. That means the highest abundant one is the producer and least abundant one is the consumer, topmost consumers. So this pyramid is upright in position or upright in structure in case of grassland ecosystem. Okay. Now, in case of pond ecosystem, where here we are getting different phytoplanktons, different items, their in numbers are more. But in case of you can say herbivores who takes the green plants or algae or different items, you can say they are less in comparison to the producers. And again, in the third level carnivores, big fish, they are less in comparison to the second level, and topmost level, the higher you can say big fishes, they are less in comparison to the other level. So they are this pyramid is also upright in position. But in next in case of forest ecosystem, now see, the forest ecosystem, the producers is only one big trees. It may be only one big trees. The big trees supported lots of organism, like from the tree, the fruit eating bird taking food. Then fruit is taken by elephant, then deer. Different primary consumers are dependent upon only one single tree. Okay, single tree, their number is less, and here the herbivores are numbers are more. And in comparison to the primary consumer, secondary consumers are less in number, and tertiary consumers are very less. So initially it is, you can say, less in number, and ultimately it is also less in number. So this pyramid is, you can say, it is an urn-shaped pyramid. What is it? It is a urn-shaped pyramid. Initially it is narrow, then ultimately again they are uprighting like previous one. Okay. Then next one is the parasitic ecosystem. In case of parasitic ecosystem, you see it is an inverted shape pyramid, because the one you can say, uh, one plant, one producer support the lots of herbivores. Okay, then these lots of herbivores, they are getting lots of, one herbivore may, elephant may contain lots of parasite. Okay, so parasites you can say they are increasing in number. Again the parasites uh, hosted to lots of hyperparasite. That means lots of hyperparasite are dependent on single parasite. So this pyramid is inverted. So we can say the parasitic ecosystem, if we considering the number of organisms, we can say they are always inverted. Okay, now we are coming to the this is a summary of the pyramids of number. In case of grassland, it is upright. In case of pond ecosystem, it is also upright. In case of forest ecosystem, it is, you can say, urn shape. And in case of parasitic food chain, it is always inverted. So we can say the parasitic food chain is always inverted. You just remember this parasitic food chain, because it is slightly different from other one. Okay, now last one is the pyramids of biomass. What is biomass? Biomass is the total, you can say, living matter within an organism. That means we are, if the definition is total weight of living matter per unit area of an ecosystem. So in case of grassland, what happened? The body weight of a producers are more. That means producers are more and more in numbers. So if we mm, calculate the dry weight, then what happens? We are getting more and more weight in comparison to the herbivores, because herbivores are, though they are big animals, but their biomass are less, because their numbers are, populations are less. Like this, the in case of primary carnivores, their number is also less. But in case of top carnivores, though they are very big organisms, but their biomass is less, but because their number is very less in comparison to producers and herbivores and carnivores. Okay, so in case of grassland ecosystem, the pyramid is upright in position. In case of forest ecosystem, again what happened? It is an upright in nature, because the primary produce, lots of primary producer, lots of green plants are here. The green plants are supported by, supported to some herbivores, then carnivores, then top carnivores. Okay, so their number is also decreasing, so it is also upright in position. Okay, in case of pond ecosystem, now see the phytoplanktons, they are very small tiny organisms, so their biomass is very less. Okay, after that, in comparison to the phytoplankton, the zooplanktons are big in size, so their biomass is more. And like this, the zooplanktons is taken by the small fish, their biomass is more in comparison to zooplankton. And in case of large fish, whatever, they are the top carnivores, and consumers, you can say, their biomass is more in comparison to the small fish. Okay, so then we get that is an inverted pyramid of biomass in case of pond ecosystem. Okay, so here we are getting the summary of pyramid of biomass. Okay, in case of grassland ecosystem, it is upright in position. In case of forest ecosystem, it is upright in position, but in case of pond ecosystem, it is inverted. Okay, so here we are getting two inverted type of, you can say, pyramids. In case of pyramid of biomass, we are getting pond ecosystem. In case of pyramid of numbers, we are getting in parasitic ecosystem, and we are getting only one you can say upright, always upright pyramids, that is pyramid of energy. Okay, so next class we will discuss about other structure, that means the productivity of an ecosystem. For today, uh, just we finished over here, and next class we will discuss about the productivity of an ecosystem. Thank you.